QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022 OneNote presentation. Deposits from undeposited funds. Let's get into it with Intuit. QuickBooks Pro Plus Desktop 2022. If you have access to OneNote, would like to follow along, icon, left-hand side, topic, introduction, 7160, deposits from undeposited fund tab. Also, take a look at the immersive reader tool, topic introductions in the text area too. Same name, same number, but with transcripts. Transcripts that can be translated into multiple languages and either listened to or read in them. Same name and numbers, presentations as well. Topic introductions designed to give an introduction to the topic, provide screenshots, links where applicable, give accounting background to complement the presentations and can be used to follow along with them if you don't have access to the software at that time. Closing the icon on the left-hand side, we're starting out with the screenshot, focusing over here on the deposits. Remembering that the undeposited funds is a clearing account that will increase either with the receive payment or the create sales receipt. So we could have a situation where we invoice the client, accounts receivable goes up, other side goes to sales, then we have the receive payment. That means the accounts receivable goes down and we put it into undeposited funds, and then we're ready to deposit it, which will decrease undeposited funds, put it into the checking account, or we can have a sale at the same point in time, doing the work as the same point where you get paid, increasing undeposited funds and increasing sales with the sales receipt, and then have the deposit noting undeposited funds is used so that we can group the deposits together, put them into the bank account in the same grouping as they will be found in our books, making the bank reconciliation, matching our transactions to the bank's transactions as easy as possible. This will be more necessary most likely if you have credit card transactions where you're receiving payments from credit cards, and or if you have cash receipts, then you're going to have this grouping phenomenon that you will need the clearing account most likely to do it correctly and be able to match up to the bank statement. So if we look at the trial balance, we expect to be focusing in on these undeposited funds, which are not yet deposited. We're going to be depositing them into the checking account, not only wanting to move the balance up there, but once again doing so in such a way that the grouping will line up to the same grouping that will be on the bank statements. So if you go into that deposit icon, it'll show the payments and the sales receipts that are included in the undeposited funds. We're going to check off the ones that we are going to deposit. So we're going to check off these two, for example, and that's going to give us our deposit that will give us a total of $7,570.85 that's going to go into the checking account. Undeposited funds will go down by these two items. So if we go back to the trial balance, now the checking account will have gone up, undeposited funds will have gone down. If we go into the checking account, you can see the checking account goes in there at one number as opposed to two numbers. That number hopefully going to tie out to the bank statement. Then if we go into the undeposited funds, you can see the detail where it went up, and then it's going to go back down by basically the two numbers here not grouped together in undeposited funds. You can see the detail on the undeposited funds. Let's do another one. We're going to do another deposits. Now we're grouping the remaining three transactions, grouping them together in one deposit of $20,500. Making that deposit makes undeposited funds go down to zero, checking account then going up. If we were to just take a look at the journal entry related to the undeposited funds, it would be a pretty straightforward journal entry. We would be debiting, increasing the checking account with a debit. The other side would be a credit to the undeposited funds then going down. The crucial point here being that grouping component. That is what the undeposited funds is used for. It's used to allow us to have that holding account to group the deposits that go into the checking account in the format that we expect to see them on the bank statement, making the bank reconciliation easy.